We them boys.
Yes, we are still them boys. How about that?
That's it, baby.
Hey,
All
Jose,
day.
Jose, put it up there right there. Good evening, brothers. On this, let's cool down Monday. I think that should have been the title right there, man. Right? Because I
It should
mean,
have.
it's what from here for the Dallas Cowboys, right? I think almost every content creator is pretty much signing off on the Dallas Cowboys right now, uh, because their year's pretty much done, right? I mean, Cowboys are
Yeah.
not playing.
Nope. Man, it's so much stuff going on in 24 hours, man. It's a lot, man. It's a lot more than you know, what's shocking is everybody talks about it and talks about Dak, but man, he's getting it from everywhere. And surprisingly, within the buildings where they work at. It's crazy, man. Like, no, man, I think some people are just tired and fed up, man. It seems like it's Groundhog Day all over again. But
And if I can add, it seems like everybody has the answer for the Dallas Cowboys, right?
yeah, yeah,
If you're not bashing Dak Prescott right now, you know it all, man. And even the even the Cowboy haters, right? Forget the Dak haters for a moment. Even the Cowboy haters seem that they know the Dallas Cowboys more than the actual Cowboys nation itself, man.
yeah.
And it's really unfortunate, man, when it comes down to it. But let me ask you, how was your Monday today? I know it sucks, man, when the Cowboys lose and you have to go Monday. I mean, face the music, right? And
Honestly, I put myself into work, man. That's all I did. Like I didn't really get on social media. All I really did was just freaking, I think I posted a couple of things to you guys in Messenger. Other than that, it was just all it was work, man. It was business as usual, and I just engulfed myself with the work. Is what I did to kind of get away for it a little bit.
man, I'll tell you this, man. That's when you start seeing, right? Like you really start seeing, like, I mean, number one, I feel bad, like you said, to Dak, because damn, man, he's getting slammed by everybody. Even like you said, it almost feels like people within the Cowboys organization taking shots at him too.
Yeah.
Uh, is
You
it?
know what's funny is Gucci, by the way, on TikTok put, if Pollard didn't get hurt, they win coming from a Niners fan. We couldn't stop him. Interesting.
Rock Grub on TikTok says Cowboys all over TikTok. You better believe it, baby. America's team. Now, let me ask you this, Ari. Now, when it comes to Dak, right? Obviously, we understand like what the criticism, right, that comes. Is it a $40 million thing, or is it because it's the Cowboys? I mean, what is it?
It's the Cowboys, man. When you put that star on your helmet and you're the quarterback, there's targets for you, man. That's just the way it is. Because you got to remember, everybody, you know, I and I you would think that it's hard because think about it. How many quarterbacks have been other than I get the Steelers, but started from the beginning, man. You got to think Roger Staubach, right? You're talking about Troy Aikman. Like those guys are legendary, man, and they won basically all our Super Bowls. Like that's what we had to look forward to. There's a certain standard set, and I think when you put that star on, man, there's a certain thing. Like you put it on, you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. The fans, everybody expects you to be a winner, man. That's just the way it is, you know. And I think when that standard comes, man, people get tired real fast. Especially these people paying thousands of dollars for tickets, man. They get tired real quick.
And I did catch. I saw. I stayed up late last night. I was watching every single post game conferences, and I heard Jerry Jones. I heard you could hear in his voice that he felt it. He felt it more for Cowboys Nation, right? And I love to hear that from him because obviously, I mean, I don't know about you. I know he's a billionaire, but at 80 years old, you got to kind of think to yourself, how much can he, how much more does he have in him to really be able to enjoy, his life? You know what I mean? Because he's made pretty much the Cowboys his life. Um, for the second part of his life, but dang, I mean, When is he going to be able to take a vacation and be able to enjoy it, man?
You won't, man. That's
Yeah.
what you live with. That's what you live with.
Let's get a little caught up with these comments because yesterday, man, we had woo, man. We
It was
counted. It was like I think we hit 1,000. I think it was we were really close to 1,000, a little over 1,100 comments total. That was from TikTok and from YouTube, man. If you're on TikTok, you like Cowboys or you want to talk off season, we're talking about free agency, even draft. This is the place to be. So if you're on TikTok, hit the link in the bio and join us, man. And we can see it. Ram, look at that. This is I guess this is why like the McGangbang doesn't like us, right? And Eagles fly don't like us, right? 11:41 first quarter defensive holding on 91 Ark Armstead, not called, but called on later on Dallas later on. And you know what? It's funny because this is not like something that like he's particularly pointing out because that was pointed out by the announcement team, man, by Greg Olson and company. They showed it too. What's going on? Still hurting? Laugh out loud, man. Of course, man. If you're not hurting, you're not really a true Cowboys nation. I will tell you this though, man. If this ever reaches the guy that I saw break his TV, do not be breaking TVs, man. Especially if you're Mexican, man. Please don't be doing that if you're Mexican, man. I mean, please, man. That looks uncalled for, bro. Like it's uncalled for. Did you see the biggest missed call on Kittle? We were just talking about that, man. That was
You know what? I got a question for Ram and Alex if they're out there. Is that an eligible receiver? I'm just saying. I think it is, man. They know more than I do, though.
They said the way Kyle was lined up that since his finger was behind the actual
His finger. So my whole body,
his hand.
I'm just saying, my whole body could be right over him, but my hands. No, that doesn't make sense.
What it make Miguel Salinas? He says Cowboys all day, but not yesterday. Miguel, have you?
Yeah, he's new, man.
Is
Welcome, Miguel. I think he's new. We'll still give him a shout out.
I just want to get a round of applause. I just need the round of applause. Let me start off with the first question. When all looking good on paper, not going to be enough, and people will start having to start asking and answering questions.
Yep.
When will looking good on paper not going to be enough?
It's Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, man. So this is my issue right now, right?
Okay.
And we all got to be honest, man. Micah Parsons is a generational player.
He is. He truly is.
How much longer are we going to go and not help that dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing they said about Jerry Jones said about Romo. I think I wasted some years. But Micah Parsons is a generational player. Like, we can't waste his time, man. You won't get it back. So, it's my thought on it.
Yeah. And it goes when we're looking good on paper, not going to be enough, and people will start having to start asking and answering questions. And I think, Harvey, you said it well. I mean, Jerry Jones needs to look at himself in the mirror. I mean, because he's taking great pride that he's put together this team. You know what I mean? And we're gonna go through that list in just a few. But let's get through some of these questions. Jerry Jones must unfortunately, I guess that means not be the owner anymore by default before you see the next Super Bowl win, baby. That would suck if that happened. You know what I mean? I would love to get CJ Stroud. I don't know, man. He I have a good friend, Walter Stringer. If you really like draft content, he's one of those draft content. He told me something, I can't unsee it, man. He says CJ Stroud is basically Dak Prescott 2.0. And I'm like, ooh. And then when I went saw CJ Stroud, man, there's some things on there. CJ Stroud has been surrounded by talented wide receivers, man, for the last couple of years, man. What do you think, Harv? I mean,
I'm not really big on the quarterbacks coming out, but everybody's all hyped up about them. I'm really not.
But
I'm really not.
But would you be open to a quarterback this offseason?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I think it's time that we enter this realm, right? Because if you look, we've been giving praise to Howie Roseman, right? Because he's using quarterbacks as draft capital. You know, he got rid of Jalen Hurts. I mean, he got Jalen Hurts, and got rid of Carson Wentz after they paid Carson Wentz all that money.
Yeah, because he made a mistake.
Yeah, and then from there, he still went and got Gardner Minshew. So, like, you know what I mean? And if you look at what the 49ers are doing, they entered the space. They went out there, they had Jimmy G, they went and got Trey Lance, and they took a shot on Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy looks pretty good, man. I mean, for a rookie, he's gonna go to the NFC Championship, man. I mean, there's not many quarterbacks that can do that their rookie year.
Yep.
And all those are trolling on TikTok. We already ate our crow yesterday, man.
We did.
So the bang bangs, they got us, man. They got the Cowboys. Did you watch Lamb? Did you watch? I guess. Oh, okay. The post conference. I guess he's saying being the quarterback for cornerback comes with criticism. Dak is getting a whole bunch of criticism. Hopefully, it will stop on Wednesday. Laugh out loud. I don't know, man. It's America's team, baby, and we're gonna make news all off season. It doesn't matter what. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna die out anytime soon.
I don't think it is either.
Jose Baez, Dak was never the one. Ooh, man, Jose, you're really taking it, right? He was just the best one they had at the time. More isn't helping him grow, so let's move on from more because you are stuck with Dak for now. Damn, man.
I think we talked about that before we came on.
Yeah, Black Mamba says he totally agrees. Lemio says saw 2 plays on illegal man downfield, not called. Would 2, not 1, just there's 2, right? And then Alex says, "What was Dak's wild play yesterday? One that you say, damn, that was an incredible throw. The last one to the last one to Cavante Serpent, where man, that they really did. They really
he overthrew that too.
But I was gonna say they really did Zeke wrong, man. Zeke got he got annihilated on that center play call. I don't know what the hell that was though. But I will tell you this. I mean, in the end, I guess the segment. I mean, there's so many ways we can go with it. Ari, like, is Dak Prescott the new Tony Romo?
Yeah, many ways.
They have
many ways,
don't they?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, but before we lose the crowd, just to give you guys a heads up for those that have been subscribing to the channel, this is the cap. Yeah, remember we said we were gonna do a giveaway. This is the next giveaway. Now this is my cap, right? So just so you guys know, it's in a box. It hasn't been opened. Better not show my address, man. But anyways, you gotta make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Right. And obviously make sure you're public so we can at least see your email address. And I know yesterday somebody was asking that they're public. Yes, you are public. We checked it yesterday. So this is actually the Lyman cap. It's obviously you can see Lyman lead the way. And I feel this offseason, especially during the draft, I feel the Cowboys should address that early and often, right? Because we need Lyman.
Yep.
Black Mama, I was really hoping McCarthy replaced Dak for one play to get his attention with Rush. I will say this: I did see T.Y. Hilton going and getting in. It didn't look like it was like bad, but I did see T.Y. Hilton go and talk to Dak because he had I believe it was the play where Dak tried forcing it to CD. Oh, it's the one that Dan Orlovsky was pointing out today. If you see T.Y. Hilton is talking to Dak after that play, it was the play where he hit or he was trying to hit CeeDee Lamb on the seam over Fred Warner. Well, if you look to the left, T.Y. Hilton was wide open on the left, right on the left side. Literally, it was inside the hash on the left hash, so it was crazy. Mike Montoya, it's sad when a rookie outballs a 7-year pro starter that makes $40 million with the most popular team in the freaking NFL. You're absolutely right, man. T.Y. Hilton was wide open. You see, so Black Mamba saw exactly what I was talking about. So you're saying at this point, Dak needs to snap out of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I mean, there's nothing that I'm going to say that's not going to be true. Like, everybody said it already. You know what I'm saying? This is my thing, though. You can't trade Dak. You know, because you have to find a suitor for him. He has a no trade clause. He's going to cost a lot of money in dead money. if we get rid of him. We stuck with him for the next 2 years. There's nothing you can do about that. Nothing. So what do we do? Well, hey man, at the end of the day, you know, even after Jerry Jones is gone, Stephen Jones is gone, his family's like his grandkids will take over. Like this team's gonna keep going. And same goes for the players in this team. Like I just think that you need to draft a quarterback this year, not in the first, second, third round, maybe later in the rounds, kind of develop them, and then the following year you draft another one, and those two become your backup quarterbacks, and kind of bring them along. That's just my opinion on it. Because at the end of the day, if Dak's not the guy, then you're gonna find out in the next 2 years after this kind of game. To me, a lot of people are saying he's not the guy. I don't think he is either. I love Dak, but I don't think he's the guy. This was his shining moment to make it happen. At this stage, against this defense, against this team, this was the time. And he couldn't make it happen, man.
I
You
will say,
know,
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I'm saying when Pollard went down, I was like, hey, man, this is what we're made of. Everything is on you, big guy. Like, what do you got? And he showed us what he had, man. You know, and so to me, I think we still not looking forward. Now, I think we should build this team a little bit differently, though, in my opinion. I think we're still stuck back in the like 90s, man, with these kind of players. Nothing against them, but specifically the offense. I think we need faster, quicker guys, man. So we need to start building like fast running backs, fast receivers, slot receivers. We're good at tight end, but I'm just saying, man, we need that kind of dynamic team to run with some of these defenses, because we can play all we want, but when we get to the playoffs, we're playing better defenses, and I think that's what we need to do, man. And then let's see what happens with these quarterbacks, man. Because you have a great team, man. That defense is good. So
I do want to say that yesterday you brought up something that was very eye-opening, and I think I heard only a couple of mainstream media kind of talk about it briefly, which was the importance, right? You can't, like, okay, we understand Dak is not the guy, but we can't really just count him out like that.
no.
And you said the next step should be change your offensive coordinator,
Oh,
right?
you don't want to hear that part.
Well, I mean,
Because I got a whole plan.
well, I mean, you talked about it yesterday, and I thought it was phenomenal because yesterday it was very emotional. I mean,
Yeah.
for all Cowboys Nation, can you imagine for content creators? Like, I mean, we had to remain professional, and I think you the way you laid it out, it was just like, you bring in another offensive coordinator and see how Dak responds, and if Dak can get you here, and if he falls short again, then we know that's it. We can go ahead and count Dak out. I mean, you can completely say, all you want to say about Dak, basically.
Yeah.
Let's get caught up with some of these comments real quick. We need to put good receivers around him, get another running back, and get good backup quarterback, or trade him for Rodgers or the Ravens quarterback. I don't know about Lamar or Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is already at the back end.
Yeah.
Lamar, man, that contract that he wants is too big, man. Forget that. As it is, man, we hear from people that think they know football like it's crazy.
He turned down 133 million guaranteed.
I don't want to deal with that drama. But it's kind of funny, right? Because me and Harvey know this guy, and he's like, "You see, this is what happens when you pay quarterbacks." It's like, bro, what do you want your team to do? You want them just to continue drafting a quarterback? I mean, it doesn't work like that. There's no team chemistry. There's nothing on there, man. I'll tell you this. Ask me, do you think Patrick Mahomes just grow on trees every round? If they did, every team would be good right now. But hey, great assessment, Black Mamba. I believe the reason why you're saying that is because Dak cannot. I mean, obviously, Dak. Is it safe to say he choked yesterday?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
100%.
So Dak is not the guy. So obviously, he needs weapons around him to help him get to the next level. He cannot. He's basically saying Dak cannot elevate the players around him, right? So that's basically what he said. Ram says change the offensive coordinator and give Dak another offensive. offensive OC and go from there. Dak has 2 years left, and those are his prove it years or move on. The window's still relatively open.
I would tell you what I would do because I'm gonna say it, man.
All right, it's
And people are probably
floor is
not gonna
yours.
like it. I would fire Mike McCarthy. I would fire Kellen Moore. I would probably fire Dan Quinn too. I'm just saying. It just kind of depends. Dan Quinn's kind of an iffy one for me, but I would bring probably Fangio back in as defensive coordinator, and I would hire Brian Callahan from the Cincinnati Bengals offensive coordinator, and then be like, "Hey, Brian, I know your dad's still coaching, man. Can he be the offensive line coach? Can he come back to Dallas when they had the number one offensive lineman?" I'm just saying, man. That's what I would do.
I love it, man. I love it. You see, this is like looking at outside the box, and obviously, I like the Vic Fangio selection on defensive coordinator. I'm already frustrated with Dan Quinn because honestly, I know the defense did really good. Defense not to blame, but that Vic Fangio defense looks pretty nice, man. And if you guys that don't know, that's exactly what the 49ers are running is that cover six umbrella scheme or umbrella type defense, and I like it. So I like it. But I'm with Ram. I said, you know what? If they're gonna stick with Mike McCarthy, go ahead. Uh, bring in a different offensive coordinator, and I guess if we have to roll with what we got with,
So I got some because these guys are like, "Oh, Dan Quinn." This is the thing, man. Dan Quinn's not gonna stay. That dude's gonna get a head coaching job.
I hope he does, man.
So you might as well just start looking for a defensive coordinator. That's why people are like, yeah, he got a great plan, but that guy's not going to stick around. And if he does, there's other reasons behind it, and Jerry's probably going to pay him. But I think he's going to go become a head coach.
No, bang, gridiron gang. We're not saying to fire him. We're not saying that, but we're just saying if in this case, I just think that he just said if you have to scratch it all off, then maybe it's time to just get completely change of pace. You know what I mean? Basically change of pace. Javi, you called it a few days ago. Dak has peaked, and he has no more to give, man.
But
I think that once you hit the top, I mean, there's nowhere else to go but where.
that's it. Yep.
That's the thing, man. What do you say? That might work. However, build around him again. Laugh out loud. Yeah.
Yep.
And we've seen how that going. I agree. I'm sorry, but he is the reason the Cowboys lost. Damn, man. You see, that's all I've been reading all day. That's all I've been seeing. That's all I've been hearing, man. We need to go all out and build an Avengers team like the Rams. I think we kind of basically. I think the Cowboys are when we're looking at it, we're talking pre-lobby. It's like damn, like the Niners. They went out and got Christian McCaffrey. You know what I mean? They got
Yeah,
him this
they
season.
did. They did.
I mean, and he has been a really good addition to that team. We need a stronger running game. Damn, that's why I'm all in on the offensive line this year, man. Revamp that offensive line. We need more aggressiveness on offensive coaching staff. Our defense is sold young and fast, repair and build the offense. Yeah. And somebody says at Mamba, you don't build around him. You build the team to support offensive, defensive, and special team units. And then Jose Pais, we can't say anymore that we can't move from Dak or Zeke or anyone else. If we do, then we will be rebuilding again and again. I agree with you, Javi, but I would keep that DQ. I mean,
Like I said, the only reason I say that about Dan Quinn is 'cause I don't think he's gonna stay, man. I think somebody's gonna hire him, especially the way that defense played yesterday. Like he's not gonna stick around, man. Somebody's gonna offer him a job.
you should get a job. I,
And
I was
I'm saying that when he leaves, we'll get Fangio. Like that's my thing. But I would keep Dan Quinn, 100%.
what's going on, Ahmed? The 49ers are winning without any and every quarterback they start because of how good the supporting cast around him is. Dak would win the Super Bowl in San Fran. We're almost done, guys. So keep these up. I will say this with Kyle Shanahan, he has a monkey on his back, man. So he needs to win the Super
Was
Bowl.
this is 4 out of 5 years they've been to the NFC Championship?
Yeah, man. But and in the Super Bowl, the two opportunities, it was the quarterback that cost them that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if they make it to the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy, because I'll tell you this, I think the Eagles have a really good offense to match up against this defense, and vice versa. This defense is good matchup versus the offense. So, in that case, can the Eagles defense do something that the Cowboys didn't do? Right?
Yep.
The 49ers are winning without. Oh, okay, yeah, I want to read, and it says with any and every quarterback. My bad. Yeah, I mean it feels like it, right? Because Brock Purdy came out of nowhere. He goes, "You're frustrated with Dallas giving up 19 points to a team averaging 34.2 with Purdy."
What does that mean? I
I
don't.
think he's addressing it to me because I was saying I like that cover six scheme of Vic Fangio. Uh no, it was a good effort.
No, I don't know. I don't know. You're frustrated with Dallas. Who's frustrated? Nobody's frustrated. You're frustrated with Dallas giving up 19 points to a team averaging. No, we never. No, we're not frustrated. The defense played great.
They did play good.
I don't understand the question.
We need a lockdown corner or big playing middle linebacker or just trade for Aaron already. Sir Lord Commander?
Huh.
Well, you know what? Thank you for calling out.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you joining the stream. Appreciate you, um, chiming in. I would get rid of my McCarthy and more now. I mean, they gotta let the simmer go down and whatnot. Because then if not, it'll be an emotional thing. I hope Jerry pays Quinn. Well, we were just talking about. He goes, I'm not signing Diggs to a mega contract.
Nope. I will not sign Diggs to a mega contract either, man.
So you're
I,
saying,
I, I won't.
so you're saying let's see what they'll offer him on the free market and then get the comp pick for him.
Yep.
Do you think it'll be a second rounder if we let him
Because
go?
let me tell you something that bothered me yesterday so much about Diggs. He should have hit Kittle in that pass, and he didn't. He chose a business decision. If he hits him, I think he doesn't catch the ball. But he decided to take a business decision. And guess what? If I was the Cowboys, I'd make a business decision too. I'd be like, I'd let him walk. I would, man. I would let Diggs walk. And this is the problem, right? This is the
Why not see
problems.
if you could trade him? Maybe
I
you can
don't
get.
think anybody. I don't think anybody will play that game with Jerry Jones.
Well, the thing is that I mean, Jalen Ramsey, they got a couple firsts for him, didn't they?
I mean, I would trade him if you can, but I would not. I would not sign. And this is the issues we get into. You know that time Zeke held out. I wouldn't have signed Zeke either. And this is the trouble. Listen, this is the trouble we get into like this. Jerry Jones gets emotional stuck with these guys, and he ends up paying them too much. I'm just saying, let Diggs walk, man. You got Bland, you still got Nashawn Wright, you got Izzy. These guys can still play, man. And then you draft. I'm just saying, that's what I would do. Because now you don't have to worry about that contract.
What's this guy's name? He said I modest from. Is that the way you would say it on TikTok?
I'm modest. Yep. Oh.
What did he say?
How about them Cowboys?
Oh, is that what he's saying?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
He said, let our best cornerback walk. That sounds pretty stupid to me. Bro, we always make bad decisions, man, with players. We do.
All good points, man. All good points. But that's what makes the discourse good because you have your, you are able to express yourself, right? And we're able to express ourselves. I don't agree with it. I would just see if I could talk to Diggs and just say, hey man, you're kind of playing a little bit softy, man. We need some edge, man. We need some edge on you, man. I mean, you had a good year, but man, those plays that you look bad, they look really bad, But he said Quinn is already getting paid as a head coach. Crazy thought, but what if Dallas makes Quinn head coach and McCarthy offensive coordinator?
That's not gonna happen.
They won't do it.
No,
They won't do it. He goes, but Kellen has to go. Dakota has peaked. Him and Kellen's offense has peaked. Yeah.
Yep.
We have Adam. What's up, boys? Damn, I feel bad for Pollard, man.
I do too, man. That
Too, man.
dude,
He deserves a paycheck.
he does. That dude's a hell of a player, man.
And you know what? He has he hasn't been used hard.
No.
So he has a lot left on those tires, right? Uh, who is this? Your boy.
Super Dave. Round of applause. New
Let's go.
guy.
I feel like a wrestler every time I see that bang bang. You know what I mean? Like a wrestler, like bang bang. You know what I mean? Like forgot the name of that wrestler, man, but bang bang, right? It's the most ridiculous thing in the whole entire world. Dak shined against Tampa. Hey, but shout out to 49ers. You guys did a hell of a job yesterday. The actual 49ers, not you, fake 49er fans. Dak shined against Tampa. Offensive scheme sucked. Moore was out coach. Picks really didn't hurt. Cowboys dropped a couple. Purdy picks also.
No, they put the defense in a bad situation, man. You can't do that as an offense. Like they still think about it, man. If you got to think about it like this, they got 6 points from those picks. Take those 6 points away. That's 13. And Maher doesn't miss the field goal. That's a tied game. That's how big of a difference those key positional, field position works, man. You can't do that to a defense. I don't care how good you are.
DQ going to Denver next or this offseason. I hope so, man. It would be good if he got a second opportunity as a head coach. Drop Zeke, draft Jackson Smith and Jigba, right? I don't know how to say his name.
It's weird.
Crazy. From Ohio State and pick up Roshan in the third. Man. The thing is
this class has some. I looked at it last night. They have some pretty damn good running backs coming out, man.
But I was gonna say about the receiver. Doesn't Jackson kind of like remind you of kind of like CD?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm just saying because Michael Gallup.
Nah, I don't know.
No, I'm just saying. Look at Michael Gallup and look at.
I don't think he'll be available though.
Well, I don't know. I think he was hurt, so he might, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, I believe there's so many factors because, like you said, the one that everybody wants is Marvin Harrison Jr. Man, that kid looks like a stud, man. Or draft Bijan in the first. And I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick with the offensive. I'm gonna stick with the offensive line, man. We need to revamp that thing because it's getting old in us, and Terrence Steele's hurt, and he's a restricted free agent. I do like Bijan Robinson though. Our defense is solid, young, fast, powerful. Rebuild the offense.
Yep.
Specifically offensive line because Dak needs time to throw. Obviously, I agree. Diggs is not worth it, and at Javi he closes his eyes. It does that all. It does that all the time. Man, somebody's really paying attention, man.
Yeah.
Let's have free agency show. Well, we're actually going to talk about that, but we're getting swamped with these comments. I won't let Deggs walk. He learns from his mistakes. He won't do that again, brothers.
He's been doing it.
It just looks like he wants that paycheck, man.
He does, man. He's not going to sacrifice his body. He ain't that type of player.
He goes, y'all need Diggs. Y'all need Diggs, the wide receiver. That would make you a championship team. Lamb is just a really good number 2, not a dominant number 1. I don't know, man. It's still kind of iffy, man. I think that if you see the way the Cowboys using, it's not the way that he was using in college, man. In college, they really were able to get him open, and he was a yak machine, man. And honestly, when they are able to get him spaced out like that, we've seen his yak ability, right, Hart?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Cowboys are trash. Coming from a Cowboy haters. Diggs is not physical enough to play that cornerback we need. Zeke too worried about getting his nose ring ripped off. And man, we need more gone ASAP.
I'm telling you, man. Diggs is not.
Just let it all go, man.
He's a finesse player.
He looked like one yesterday. I'm just saying. The 49ers look like they came to handle business. Tre'Davious Ward was with the Dallas Cowboys, and they cut him. And look, he was balling out yesterday. Reports are Pollard will time frame for recovery is 3 months, man. Prayers up to him, man. DeMeco Ryans would probably be the coach that could take y'all to the next level. You did say that, right?
I did say that. I said that.
You did say that, Sir Lord Commander Cactus Jack. That's the name of the wrestler. I knew it, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You would go bang bang. I remember that.
That's
That's so
funny,
silly,
man.
man. You know what I'm gonna do? We'll find a cut up to put on TikTok and all that stuff, right? And so these Niner fans can see how silly they look saying bang bang. Even James Lynch, man. Even though Diggs did drop that pick in the red zone, right? And it's a handful of plays, right? That obviously it's just compounding on top of each other. And all of us are coming out frustrated. I like y'all's platform props, guys. Salute, hey, salute to you.
Boom.
We appreciate you joining the stream, man. How many receivers are we cutting? Well, we'll get to that right now. Ahmad says Lamb is a number one, and I believe that. Don't do that. I love it. So Harv, let's take a look at it, man. I mean, if you can read out the list of free or of the Cowboys free agents that need to be resigned, unless you saw something on TikTok you want to bring up.
No. We can't share the screen, can we?
Yeah, I believe you can.
Let's see.
Look at this guy right here. Bang Bang
Uh,
was Niner Gang was made by a Raiders fan. That is hilarious. Hey man, shout out to you, CR underscore 1995. We appreciate you joining the stream. That is funny, man, to know, man. Ahmad, Sign Cooper, and Tony, and Connor, and Terrence. So that's
so
your
let
three.
so let's talk about it. I think everybody can see that. Here, let me
Yes,
close this real
I
quick.
can read it actually. So it says here Cooper Rush, that's an impending free agent. Tony Pollard, Rico Dotto, tight end Dalton Schultz, wide receiver T.Y. Hilton, Noah Brown, Terrence Steele. Of course, he's a restricted. Jason Peters, Connor McGovern, Alex Lindstrom, which he just got signed, I believe, to a future contract. Lane Vander Esch, Anthony Barr, Luke Gifford, Anthony Brown, C.J. Goodwin, Trayvon Mullen, Dante Fowler, Jonathan Hankins, Carlos Watkins, Donovan Wilson. What is it? Juan Yin Thomas, right? I had to say it right, right? It's Juan. Brett Maher, Jack McQuaid, and Matt Overton.
That's
Woo!
a big list, man.
That is a huge list, man. That is crazy, Ari. Like, we have a lot of free agents, man. No wonder Micah was upset and J. Ron Kirsch were upset, saying that they want to win this for to keep the team together, man. That is crazy. Uh, let's see, dude. I still can't get over this. Bang Bang was a Niner. Bang Bang was Niner Gang was made by Raiders fan. That is
That's
hilarious.
funny,
That
bro.
is
Like
hilarious, man.
that is funny.
Sign Cooper and Tony Connor Terrence. Sign LVE, Donovan, and Hank, which basically just sign everybody, right? T.Y. Hill and Gallup Brown might be gone.
Yep.
Wait, did he say Gallup?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think his contract is. I think the time to get out of his contract would be next year, next offseason.
Yeah, that's true. Next year.
Not this season. This season would be a lot of dead money and sign Money Maher. Nah, man. For sure, Maher's gone. Oh man, you got out of our price range, right? This is a great job this year. I would franchise Tony, man. Damn, man, I'm frustrated like hell. How much longer can Jerry let this go? Even though the cap space will be an issue, I'll be fixed and adjust next year and finally get to the show. Dallas Cowboys for life, right? And so Ram says when Parsons killed that right tackle with the hump move, they should have called tripping 15-yard penalty. Oh, damn. You see little things like that. But Ram, we can't be that because that's why people hate Cowboys. That's why there's Cowboy haters because they say that we know too much and we cry about things too much.
So to me, man, what
Let's look at
stands
that
out
list.
what stands out for me, I think honestly, I think we try to keep Pollard, man. I think it just depends on how much he's really gonna cost. And I think you let Zeke go. I don't think anybody's gonna trade for Zeke, to be honest. So you let him walk. Now, what's better, the pre designation or the after? I don't know which one, Jerry. I think it would cost us more to let him go after, right? I think
Mm,
I can't remember, but I'm just saying that you'd let Zeke walk, man, or try to trade for him. I don't think anybody would trade for him.
well,
But
with Zeke, with Zeke, I think if you let him walk, this is the year to do it because the dead money is not as heavy because
yep.
they already paid out the portion that was guaranteed to him. So
And then Schultz, I would probably let him walk too.
now
Dalton Schultz.
Now, the thing is that there's so many players here that we like, right? And so many people are saying, "Hey, sign this person, sign this person." But the thing is, we got to see if the Cowboys are going to stay put with offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Yes or no, Harv?
Um, yeah, because I think they have a lot of say in that. The new people, if they do come in, if they do that.
Because with
But
Don, have the reason why I'm saying that, like, let's say DQ, right? DQ knew how to use Dono, and the other, even Nolan, and even before him, they really didn't use Dono, man, at all. Marinelli didn't use Dono, so in this case, I mean,
I would keep Donovan Wilson out of this whole group.
regardless,
Yeah, regardless, I would keep Donovan Wilson. But that also comes at a price. How much is he going to cost? That's what it comes down to. But for me, the only one I'm really keeping on this list is Tony Pollard, depending on the price, and Donovan Wilson, depending on the price, and maybe Watkins. Watkins would be cheap, but honestly, man, Terrence Steele is a must. I don't even have to. Do I even have to say anything about that one?
I mean, no, you don't.
I
He's
mean,
number one. He was a great find for the Cowboys, right? Because I
yeah.
believe he was undrafted, and damn, he came out ready, and I believe the Cowboys, obviously they can't really make a move until the third season or the third year. Obviously, that's just the way the NFL works. You cannot re-sign a player until he has accrued 3 full seasons. So it's unfortunate when you see Terrence Steele get that kind of.
Well, we have to sign him this year. He's a restricted free agent.
I'm saying it's unfortunate that we have to wait to this
Oh
point
yeah,
to sign him
yeah,
because now he's gonna put
yeah,
he's
yeah. I
gonna
got you.
we have to match the market, and now
So, so
he's a
I
$40 million person. I'm not
so
he's gonna get.
Tony Pollard, Terrence Steele, Donovan Wilson, Carlos Watkins, and that's where I'm at, man. And maybe Connor McGovern. That's it. That's who I'm signing. And the two players are iffy are Tony Pollard and Donovan Wilson, depending on how much money they want. That's it. That's everybody else you let go, man. Maybe the long snapper you keep. He got hurt, right? He was out for the year.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Like everybody else needs to walk. Like Dalton Schultz needs to walk. Everybody else is gone. Like you move on. And to me, I'm only looking at maybe signing 3 players because of how much money the others are going to cost. But that's it, man.
I think that with Dalton Schultz, that one's already been made public almost, right? I believe that they weren't able to strike a deal. We already know, obviously, Jake Ferguson, Peyton Hendershot, Sean McEwen, they feel comfortable, I believe, moving futurely with.
Oh yeah, Ferguson, Hendershot. Like you can't. You just let them walk, man. You're so comfortable in that position. So
Where are we at in the comment section was uh we can't pay Dalton, Jake, and Peyton are really good. What do you say? PRE is better. It's 11 mil, right?
yeah,
I mean, they already kind of said about Dalton. I would say on that list for sure, Terrence Steele and maybe Dono. I think that those should be your priorities.
yeah.
Tony Pollard, maybe. It's unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate about the whole injury, but I definitely would like to keep Tony Pollard. But at what price, though, Harvey?
But you know what? That's the thing. That might work to our advantage. I hate to say that.
And you hate to see that because sometimes these guys go out and I'm one of those that believes in paying your players, right? And Tony Pollard, I mean, this season when they gave him the opportunities, he really answered the call, man. We will put the tag on Pollard. Yeah, I think that would be the safe bet, right? Because I mean, if you average it out, he probably would be coming at that $12 million mark, which is still relatively reasonable. I had read I read on Twitter that Saquon said no to a $12 million contract extension, 12 million annual contract extension. What's up with Schultz not putting the toe tap down? Ooh,
That was so weird.
it was weird, but it was one play, man. It's kind of hard. It was at the end of the game, but it was weird. Zeke can go be a third down back like P Ryan with the Bengals. We don't. I hate to say it, man, but our offense coordinator likes to pass the ball a lot. I agree with Javi. Let Schultz walk. Bionic says, "Are we just going to ignore Diggs and his whiff of Kittle?" Man, you should have got here earlier, man. What's the
You're late, brother.
Yeah,
We
you're
talked
late.
about that.
In fact, it actually stirred up. It stirred up all TikTok. It stirred up the whole comment section here, man. Javi and Ram both said we are not re-signing Diggs. We let him walk, and we get the comp pick.
Well, no, just trade him, man. We can trade him too.
Or trade him. Cooper is gonna come cheap, $2 million a year. You really like Cooper Rush though?
No,
I would like to see a why don't we go look for a Purdy quarterback? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm just saying, Brock Purdy. You never know.
sign him.
Schultz has been a subpar all year. He looks good sometimes, but he is not a great blocker, and he doesn't have great hands. As a tight end, you got to have one or the other at least. I will say this: Ferguson, it looks like it brought out the best in Schultz, right?
Yeah.
And so, but you're right. I think that if anything, with I think the reason why people are big on Schultz was because Schultz and Dak obviously have some kind of chemistry together, right? Do we have anything interesting? Trade Diggs? Question mark. Texas,
Yeah.
Texas Oil.
Trade Diggs, man.
And he also said Schultz is nothing special. Focus on the legit offensive weapons. After Pollard left, no one stepped up. CD could only do so much. As for Patron 9164 or Pat, is it Pat? Yeah, no, I think I said it right. That's TikTok. Rebuild the O line and wide receiver core. Hey, you should come on over to the link is definitely in our bio. Explain your thought process on trading Diggs. Well, we already did that, man. It was kind of lengthy too. We need to add beef to the O line, right?
I'll give him a little tidbit. I'm saying, man, this running back. I told you, man. I'm telling you, I was last night. I was basically looking for weapons. That's what I call it. Looking for weapons, man. This running back class is deep. I'm telling you, man. It's deep.
So the running back class is deep. I'm going that route. We will get 2 or 3 comp picks.
Yes.
So that's the thing. So I believe the thing is that if you see a corner, right? If you go ahead and you give them a little, I guess they say that they're just tuned in.
The cornerback, yeah, the cornerback. So Diggs, man, like I just don't. He's a good corner. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't like his play style. He didn't want to tackle Kittle. He doesn't like tackling. And this kind of game, man, you can't be like that. So to me, I would trade him, man. I would trade him and see what I can get for him, so I don't have to sign him. And then hopefully you can put some other pieces around, either the defense or the offense, however you want to put it or slice it up. But that's what I would do, man. You can probably go line some of those picks.
The only thing is that with Diggs, he's gonna come in with a hefty paycheck, man. And
he is. It's gonna be a lot, Jerry.
It's gonna be a lot. So I mean, the thing is that with Diggs is he gonna turn it around? Is he gonna be that guy? We need a complete corner if we're gonna pay that kind of money.
So patron 916 says Gibbs from Alabama is a younger Pollard.
And I think he's a younger Alvin Kamara.
Kamara 2.0. Yeah, I like that dude, man.
And he looks like him too. It's crazy, man. Ahmad says I'm keeping Hankins over Watkins, right? Oh wait,
I kind of
worry about Pollard coming back from that broken fibula though.
I think he'll be fine,
man. But it's gonna be like you said, like Groundhog, man, with Michael Gallup, man. Like, shoot, Michael Gallup didn't even look the same this year, man. Maybe next year he'll be able to, fix his issues. JP, did Gallup decline, or did we do too much to force Lamb to be number 1 receiver? When Gallup is at his best, I think no one can touch him, but less touches to him, I don't know. What do you think of?
You know what? This is my thing though, man. And I talked to Jerry about this before we came on. What happens if we get speedy receivers, like very fast receivers to blow the top off the defenses? I think that's what we're missing, man. That's what we're really missing, and I think that'll help everybody. And I'm talking about, look at Kansas City, the way they've done it. Like they get these fast guys, and then they just added more players. They got, was it Tony from the Giants? They got Pacheco. They got the guy from LSU. I forget I don't know how to say his damn name. What's his name? Ah, man, I can't say his name anyways. But they just have fast
Marquez,
receivers and huh?
not Marquez Valdez Scanley or Juju.
No, Marquez.
Oh, you're McCole Hardman.
No,
He,
no, he's from Georgia, wasn't
yeah.
he?
Oh yeah. What team?
The running back. They
Isaiah
got
Pacheco.
Yeah, is it Pacheco?
Yeah.
What did he play for?
Oh man, I don't even remember anymore.
Anyways, these are fast guys, man. Like that's what we need. Imagine the holes that we have, and we have fast running backs going through that hole. Like momentum by itself is going to get you yards, man. I think if we get these kind of dynamic players like that, like Alvin Kamara type players, like I think this offense is totally different, man. Totally different. So that's just my opinion on it.
Did Gallup decline, and did we do too much to force Lamb to be? No. I think with Lamb, we got to see what if he is the number one, right? I mean, because obviously his payday is coming up. We can 5th-year option him, but it will cost us 11 million to cut Dak. I'm not gonna take that.
No.
I'm not gonna do it. None is gonna overpay a running back anymore. Wide receivers dominate the market now.
Yep.
I think so too, man. If you can help me out with that one real quick.
Yeah, I think so. Jose says, I think this last game showed a lot about certain players. I think Zeke gonna go run third downs for someone else. Yep, I agree, man. Next comment, we got Ahmad Bell. Quarterbacks and backups are hard to find. Dakota can develop chemistry with others. True.
I could see it.
Black Mamba, I will keep Brown and make him a slot receiver all day.
Man, he's
No.
slow. We're
No.
trying to get faster, man.
We're trying to get faster. Gibbs, Bijan, Rosan, all the running backs I see. I don't know who else you see. Those others are just flash to me. We'll get into that. I promise you. It will cost us 11 million to cut Zeke.
Yeah, but I think
But the savings.
yeah, like dead money. I think the dead money is only gonna be like 5 mil. I believe.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
But
I know.
I think I saw it on Over the Cap. Texas Oil Man says B. John Robinson is well rounded, man. He is. I think he's gonna be something special, man. I think he's very, and it's scary because if you look at what happened to him early on in his career, like man, he scorpion tailed and it looked like that was it. It looked like he was never gonna play football again, and he was able to bounce back, man. He's everything you'd want in a running back for the NFL. How much do we really trust Will McClay? It's taken him a long time to go where we are right now. I think that there is some questionable players that he has picked up. Nashawn Wright, right? Because the third round and lower belongs to him. I believe first and second. First is Jerry's. First round is Jerry Jones. Second round is Steven Jones, and then third round and beyond is Will McClay. Shout out to Law Nation for that. I remember talking to him, and that's exactly what he said. That's the way he's come to understand it. So I will tell you this: Will McClay is actually underrated, and a lot of people want him to be general manager in their team. So I'm actually happy with him, but he has missed on some. I don't know. The jury's out on Jalen Tolbert, and obviously Nashawn Wright, right? Bijan is a generational talent. Damn, that would be nice if he fell, right? And then we had that opportunity. I trust Will McClay totally. And restructuring contracts. Any volunteers? Yes. Texas OMS says that's our saving grace is that we've been drafting very, very well for the past few years. McClay.
So real quick, Ahmad Bell, to your thing. So you got to think, we have to cut Zeke post June 1. So if we cut him post June 1, is 5 million to dead money, and we save 10 million. So you're probably looking at the pre June 1st. You got to look at post June 1st. That's the difference. That's where we save the most money. So throwing that out there.
And he says Dakota needs to be the first to restructure to get help. I believe that's what I believe that's gonna need to happen. Harvey, what do you think?
And see, and that was my thing about Dak, man. I told y'all about his money. To me, like, I know everybody wants to get paid, but if I'm a quarterback, man, I want help. I'm sitting down at the table. I'm like, look, man, you're gonna have to pay me regardless. But let's talk, man. Hey, how much can you afford but still get me weapons? Because I want to win. But like my brother Alex said, nobody's like you, man. Nobody thinks that way. They just think about themselves. And that's cool. I get it. Everybody wants to get paid. But for me, I'm a winner. I'm sitting down at the table. I'm like, hey, man, can you at least like guarantee me you'll pay me 32 million, 31 million? But these are the players I want, man. Are you going to be able to keep these players? Are you going to be able to get these players, or whatever the case may be? And we'll talk. You know what I mean? But look at Tom Brady, man. He did that a lot.
A lot.
So I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say cut and post, right? Yeah, real quick. Tank Bigsby from Auburn is probably the most value you can get. Probably would be there in the third or fourth round. But man, I think on defense right now we need to stop the run, man. I think that's what it comes down to. Obviously, Watkins and Hankins. I mean, that was a good pairing until Watkins went down. We saw exactly the importance of having that big defensive tackle. I mean, there's some potential out there. I know that, man, he has a weird name from Baylor, that defense tackle. He seems very appeasing, and we'll see. We'll see. But cut him. Dak and Zeke. Oh, Black Mama, don't be like that. Let's not call him Dak till he gets wins. I'm calling him Dakota, his government name, till he proves it. I think that's how all Cowboy Nation feels. So that's it, man. From here, where did the Dallas Cowboys go? Obviously, we already went through that list. We kind of Ari, what have we learned? I think if anything, I think it's more that people are not mad with Dak because of the 40 million. I think it's more because you said America's team.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, people have to understand too, man. This dude was drafted in the 4th round, and he wasn't a passer. You know what I mean? That's what you get. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's peaked with this offense with Kellen Moore, and I think you need to bring new blood. That's just my opinion on it. Will Mike McCarthy do that? Because Jerry Jones kept Kellen Moore. So, in my opinion, they said Kellen Moore is okay with him, or Mike McCarthy was okay with him staying, but it was Jerry Jones. Everybody knows that. But at the end of the day, man, he took responsibility. We know that for what happened. But at the end of the day, man, look, if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm sitting with Dak. Look, man, we have to restructure your contract to get players in here that we need to get you to win this championship. That's just my opinion. And then we draft a quarterback sometime in the later rounds, start grooming him, and go from there, man, because nothing's forever. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And let's put some speed around this offense, man. Let's put some speed. Like, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on it.
Texas Oil, man, we're live right now on YouTube, so it's in our bio. So you can just click on there and it'll take you on there. Subscribe, and like I said, we're doing a giveaway for the cap. Just so for those that are still on board and didn't catch, this is the cap. This is the actual cap, the cap that we will be giving away. Linemen lead the way, right? That's my motto all off season is let's improve the linemen. So definitely, it is, and it is what it was made for. It is made for specifically for the Cowboys. This is my cap, and this is the one that is. Yeah, this is the one on the giveaway. Obviously, you can see Lyman lead the way, brand new in the box. So yeah, if you subscribe to the YouTube, you will be entered into the actual drawing for that giveaway. We haven't put a deadline on it, but that's something to look forward to. Let's not call him Dak, right? Okay, Dak had plenty of endorsement money to fall back on. Restructuring his contract won't be a problem, I think. Plus, according to Matches Mac, he needs to change beds. You're funny, Adam. The thought process continues. Yes, it does, man. But obviously, we understand, right? Obviously, like we said, it's easy to just bash on Dak. Obviously, yeah, we did see him choke. Yes, Niners took care of business. We already ate our crow. Harvey, I think, had a great assessment yesterday, and we reiterated, hey, maybe it's time for a different offensive scheme. We talked about this. I mean, I want to say, I really want to say we were first, man. Luckily, YouTube, thank you for the timestamps, right?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. I believe Harvey was the one who said it. Has Dak peaked? And from there, it was a ripple effect. And now we see that sometimes some people were late to the party,
Late.
but not us. Dakota needs help. Yes, he cannot do it on his own. He needs help. Let's be honest. Tony CD was all he had. He needs a coach that will challenge him. I so wish Jerry would could convince Romo to quarterback coach Dakota. Damn. Restructure Dak and Zeke. I think at this point, like Mama, maybe just Dak because of Dak's contract. It's crazy, man. 49 this year and 52 million the following year.
Hey, Logan
Hey,
King.
finally got on board.
Welcome, brother.
This is the cap that for those that have subscribed to our YouTube recently, all y'all are gonna be thrown in. And in fact, everybody that's on the everybody that's currently subscribed, I hate to do this to the ones that have won caps. We will find a way to get you guys involved, right? But want to give everybody a fair shot, right? Because I like y'all's podcast, guys. Keep it up, man. Hey, we appreciate it.
Appreciate it,
Hey,
man.
you can like and share, man. AB, I agree, right? Call him Cody.
Cody.
He's talking about Dak. Welcome, Logan. Again, good job, fellas, and always good job, Jerry and Avi. Hey, Adam,
Appreciate it, man.
we love it, man. Keeping it real, man. Maybe if you don't face the Niners or the Packers, we can make it far.
That's funny, man.
And that gorilla is literally on Dak, man. It's not a monkey, man. He has a gorilla on his back. I just threw up hearing Dak's cap hits.
Yeah.
It's real, man. Over the cap, man. You can find it there, Jose Pais. But even with the help, how much do we still trust Dak with this team? And honestly, if he has the right help and a good running game, I think you could trust him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, at this point, we have no choice.
You don't have any choice.
We have him for 2 years, guys. We can say all the things we want, man. Let's just build this team up with speedy receivers, running backs, and all that for the next guy. Unless you do that and he shows you something. I mean, other than that, it's all we can do. We got to live with it, man.
I kind of like this guy. I wish he would join us here on YouTube. Bam Gridiron. I can't really see this whole user, but get speed and teach Dak how to throw the ball, how to throw the deep ball. He did miss. He did. It looks like if he would have led CD Lamb, I think
it would have been a touchdown.
That would have been a touchdown. Hey, but that's it for us today. Definitely, like I said, we are going to be going live. I think the days will be a little bit different, though.
Yep.
We're still trying to figure that out, but obviously, this was us being able to decompress, right? Obviously, allow everybody just to bash on Dak. We're not going to do that. Obviously, we just call it how it is. Dak is here to stay, guys. Got to be. It's exactly right, man. That's exactly what from here for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak is here to stay, guys. Got to build around him, man. And like Harvey said, speed on offense. Rebuild that offensive line, and we're good to go, man. Good show as usual. Hey, we appreciate you, man. Later, boys. Have a great night. Hey, we appreciate it. Another disappointing season, but here we are, man. Hey,
that's it.
The good thing is the window's wide open for the Dallas Cowboys. TikTok, we love you. We will see you guys soon. Turn on your notifications, and you guys can keep up with us. Anything else? DC
Keep it real.